Yo, what is up? What is up, brothers and sisters around the world? It's the day after the ceasefire has begun, and so Israel's battle with Gaza and with the local jihadists has ended for this round. And so, sorry, I've been eating cherries. You see, the thing is that the day after this violent weeks that Israel's faced this jihadist onslaught, where we really were attacked from the air and efforts from the ground, and people are trying to kill us all over the world. Like, the next day afterwards, the real victory of the Jewish people is that we are here. We are here right now. We are alive and well. We are in our homeland, unafraid, unbroken, and we continue to thrive and survive. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this tree. See what I'm saying? Look at this tree. Can you see the beauty of these cherries? I'm here in Gush Etzion, and I'm eating cherries the day after the war. Here you go. I'm gonna say, ooh, Hamas, you could just kiss my. You tried to kick my, but instead you got to kiss my Hamas, okay? Because it's not going to work out for you. Because the Jewish people, your dream is to get rid of the Jewish people altogether from the land of Israel. But it ain't going to happen. It ain't going to happen. We are reborn in this land. You're trying to teach the world that we're some kind of foreign, white, interlopers stealing this land. That's not going to happen because we're like the cherries on this tree. We're from here. We're indigenous. We are sweet. You know what this tastes like? This tastes like the blood of my enemies. It's sweet for me to defeat my enemies here in the land of Israel and to not be afraid and to realize that we're not going to be cowed. Now, Hamas, they've got this phrase, the great return. What a genius phrase. Did you come up with that yourself, Hamas? The great return, because the great return is the great godly promise to Abraham, promise to Isaac, promise to Jacob, the return of the Jewish people to the land of Israel. And here I am. Look at me. Oh, let's get in here. Let's get in here and eat some cherries together. Bottom line is that the word in Hebrew for victory is the same word as eternity. Can I tell you that we had the best war right now, and that Israel totally knew how to be a proudly Jewish state and how to get rid of neo-Nazi forces like the Hamas? Can I tell you that I'm so ecstatic about the way things turned out? No, I can't right now. But we will get there. What I can tell you is that in lieu of total victory, we have a different kind of victory. And that victory is the victory of Netzach, which is eternity. The Jewish people are eternal. We return eternally to our land. And here we are after 2,000 years, picking cherries on a cherry tree. And the bad dudes, they got nothing to say because they don't have any real life inside. It's not something that is vivacious and life-filling. Their civilization, the jihadist efforts, and the jihadist way of life, that is not a civilizational success. It is a civilizational failure. Nobody wants to mimic that life. Nobody wants to go into the regression and the darkness that the jihad has to offer. And millions of Arabs do not either. Okay, so which one do you want? Do you want the ruins of Gaza? Do you want these tunnels of death? Or do you want the cherry trees of Gush Etzion and the promises of God? Which one do you want? Look at this. Look at this. Which one do you want? I know which one I want. But not only that, our amazing Israeli army, really the strongest thing in Israel is the people of Israel. They are not stoppable. Our coming home is unstoppable. We may have hiccups. We make mistakes. We may be a little bit screwed up sometimes. We may be confused about our identity. We may be too Western sometimes and too democratic where we should be crushing our enemies. We have a lot of little problems. But the victory is in these cherries. The victory is the Jewish people returning home. And you know what else? We's having babies. Okay? We are making babies and we are raising them the right way with Judaism, with a love of the land, with a love of our brothers, with a sense of being a light unto the world of good things, of good energies, and a channeling of God. And so my point to you, my friends, is today I want you to have a l'chaim for Am Yisrael Chai. And I want you to have a Russian l'chaim because I'm a Russian Jew also, and you have to say l'chaim, shtobe ani zdochli. They should die, the enemies of Israel. They should expire. Okay? And yes, we will fight the enemies of Israel. We'll fight them with our swords, and we'll fight them with our tanks, and we'll fight them with our jets. And more than anything, we'll fight them with the Spirit of God leading the way. The angel of God's head of God's army is going to lead the way, Gabriel. He's going to lead God's armies against the jihad. But at the same time, it's Shabbat, and we're going to eat dessert, and we're going to be with our families, and we're going to raise our children right, and we're going to love, and we're going to be a light. And those are true at the same time, because that is the Abrahamic way. Be a badass warrior, and let the jihad, let them just live in fear. And at the same time, be a lover. But the key, though, is, I do want to say, though, one thing that we have to know is that the temple in Jerusalem, the Temple Mount, where the temple should be, that's Jewish. When the Arabs and the jihadists, I don't want to say Arabs because there are many Arabs who are not jihadists. When the jihadists say, this is a red line for us, we have to tell them right back, this is a red line for us. The Temple Mount and Yerushalayim and the land of Israel is Jewish. It's Jewish because we purchased it. It's Jewish because we won it in defensive wars. It's Jewish because the world recognized it as such in the 20s. It's Jewish because God gave us this land. It's Jewish because we are indigenous to this land. It's Jewish because we've beautified this land. It's our land. We've got to know those things. We've got to know that God is with us and that the truth is with us. And right now, we're living in a time of untruth. There's a lot of lies out there, but these cherries know more truth than CNN. These cherries tell more truth than Al Jazeera ever has. They're richer, they're truer, they're deeper. They're about Jews and Judea, a biblical promise coming true, a nation that's strong with God's help, and the lies will not scare us or get us off this land. And in fact, the jihad does not succeed, it does not pay, it does not win, it never won, because it's against Allah's will. It's against the will of Allah to fight the Jewish people. Those who bless the Jewish people in the land of Israel will be blessed. And those who hate us will be cursed. That's exactly the jihad. They are cursed, a cursed civilization. And there are millions of people around the world, Jews, non-Jews, Christians, Muslims, Arabs, Hindus, all over the world that love Israel and want to see that light open up. Now the Jewish people have just got to live that role that we've been given the opportunity to do and that responsibility to do. Lots of love and lots of blessings to you. From the land of blessings. Yes, you. I'm sending you brachot. I'm sending you blessings from here. These cherries are saying to you, shalom. And they're saying to you, netzach. Wait, Yisrael, 1 second. Let go. No, it's not. It's not for kids. Netzach, which is the eternity of the Jewish people, the eternity of God through the Jewish people. That is sending you a blessing whenever you are. And the haters should just expire and forget about it. Or, of course, you can repent. That's a better choice as well. But if you can't repent, then expire. Point is, God is with us. God is with you. Lots of love, lots of blessings from the land of blessings. And shalom.